Good afternoon, everyone. Our humble apologies for the delay. We had some technical issues, but we are now ready to begin. I will now hand you over to our dear brother Thomas from Benin, who will start the program.
Have joined. Hello. We are very happy to see that so many of you have joined the program today. He showed that
He's already
we all
speaking in
are seeking.
English. Carry on, sister.
Hello? English or French?
English.
Okay, dear family, and friends, we humbly invite you to today's session. We apologize for all the technical issues we've had, but here is a brief overview of today's program. We will be talking about Sahaja Yoga and the founder, that is Her Holiness Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi. Thereafter, we will talk to you about the benefits of Sahaja Yoga Meditation, followed by the subtle system, what is self-realization, and we will show you a little video of Shri Mataji giving us self-realization. We will then do a guided meditation, balancing our energy channels, followed by an overview and questions and answers. So we'll now hand you over to our dear brother Lawrence from Ghana.
Hello, good afternoon to you all. My name is Lawrence Mafo from Ghana. I'm here to talk about Sahaja Yoga Meditation and the founder of Sahaja Yoga Meditation, Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi. Sahaja means born within or easy. Yoga means union with God. Born within you is the power to unite with the source of your creation through meditation. Meditation is a scientifically proven way of improving our general well-being and has enormous benefits, including health, concentration, education, stress management, improved attention to work and business. Humanity is gradually realizing that there is peace in meditating, going within, or taking time out from our regular routines and connecting to an inner source of peace and refreshment. Meditation has become part of our stress management conversations and recommendations. Sahaja Yoga provides a unique means of achieving this peace within. Sahaja Yoga Meditation is a unique way of knowing our relationship with the people around us and how we are connected with them through collective consciousness. Sahaja Yoga Meditation is a state of silence and deep peace, which is achieved by awakening of a unique maternal energy called the Kundalini. This unique energy gives us a silent and calm state of being and improves our awareness and alertness. Now, about Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi. Shri Mataji was born in 1923 in India to a Christian parents who were both great scholars. As a child, she spent time with Mahatma Gandhi while living in his ashram, and later became a medical student and freedom fighter against British rule. Her father, a lawyer and scholar fluent in 14 languages, translated the Quran into Hindi. Her mother was the first woman in India to receive an honors degree in mathematics. On the 5th of May 1970, Shri Mataji began her spiritual life. At the age of 47 years, she found a way and develop a method of giving en masse self-realization. She desired to offer a routine experience that people could use to transform and heal themselves. With her husband as Secretary General of the UN International Maritime Organization in London, Shri Mataji began her spiritual work with a small group of people touring the United Kingdom, giving lectures as well as the experience of self-realization. She never charged money for these programs, insisting that awakening of the spiritual energy dormant within all human beings was their birthright and thus could not be paid for. She soon received the honorific title Shri Mataji, meaning respected mother, as those around her came to recognize her exceptional spiritual and motherly qualities. For the next 40 years, Shri Mataji traveled continuously across the world, sharing, guiding, and teaching this unique technique to whoever was ready to receive it. She was an acclaimed public speaker, gentle guide, and twice Nobel Peace Prize nominee. Institutions around the world bestowed honorary awards and doctorates upon her and commendations in recognition of her work for human institutions and unity Peace Prize. In 1995, she spoke at the Fourth World Conference on Women in Beijing. Klaus Nobel spoke of her Nobel Prize nomination in 1997 at the Royal Albert Hall in London. A great admirer of Shri Mataji and Sahaja Yoga, he acclaimed it a source of hope for humanity and a reference point for determining right from wrong. Extending her care and compassion even further, Shri Mataji established non-governmental in Mumbai, a home for destitute women and children in Delhi, several international schools, an international music academy in India, and an international theater group in Europe to promote classical music and arts. Hundreds of thousands of people have experienced self-realization through the connection to their inner subtle system and into Sahaja Yoga. Meditation centers have been established in more than 140 countries where volunteers teach this free of charge. The connection to ourself through the experience of self-realization benefits our physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Through bringing greater inner peace, regular meditation can strengthen the immune system, stress, and improve the focus of our attention. Requested around the world by educational facilities, business organizations, security services, and social initiatives for marginalized communities. Sahaja Yoga Meditation is practiced by people of all faiths and from all walks of life. Her legacy lives on through these institutions, as well as through Sahaja Yoga practitioners and meditation centers established in more than 120 countries, where Sahaja Yoga is taught, as always, free of charge. My life is now dedicated for the well-being and benevolence of humanity completely and entirely. Her Holiness Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi. I will now hand over to my brother Justin from Mali to talk about the benefits of Sahaja Yoga.
Good morning to everyone. My name is Justin. I'm residing in Mali, precisely in Bamako. Well, as it was already said before, Sahaja Yoga techniques or meditation is scientifically proven. And we have many scientific journals that are published, and you may even see some of them on searching on the web, on internet, and which gives or present many results from the practicing of Sahaja Yoga meditation. So the benefits are very various and enormous. And the very first of them is that Sahaja Yoga meditation techniques help you to relieve stress and at least manage your stress. It improves your attention, your memory and concentration. And for the scholars, it helps them for studying also. It helps in the development of their skills of creativity, the talent, and even communication skills also. It helps to improve your self-esteem and overcome your fear, your habits and addictions with natural methods. The source of all of this is the fact that by practicing the meditation techniques, it awakens the peace and silence within us. And through that, you are getting your health and emotional well-being that are improved. Sahaja Yoga meditation help you nourish your physical, mental, and emotional spiritual body and heightens your attention. Through that, and the most important thing is that it helps you cultivate a state of thoughtless awareness, which can be felt as a cool breeze. And as I said before, it improves your health, your emotional well-being, and some benefits correlated are the fact that you alleviate diabetes, hypertension, depression, and many other psychosomatic diseases. And it helps recharge your central nervous system, as well as it helps you also neutralize anger and aggression. It helps with attention deficit disorder and improves your behavioral patterns, relationships, and interaction with others. I will now hand over to my sister from South Africa, Kasturi.
Hello, everyone. Yes, this is Kasturi Govender from South Africa, Durban. So I will talk to you about just a brief overview of the subtle system. So the easier way to explain this is if you look at the screen, this chart in front of you, that is the subtle system. So we've divided it into 3 sections to make it easier to understand. So the first part I will talk to you about is the Kundalini energy. Then the 3 energy channels, which is also known as nadis. And then lastly, the energy centers, which we call the chakras. So the Kundalini energy lies within every human being. So within every human being, there is a motherly and spiritual energy lying dormant at the base of our spine. in the triangular sacrum bone in 3.5 coils. So the Greeks were very aware of this bone, that it carried a very sacred energy which led one to Puma or to the spirit. So once this extraordinary energy is awakened, it rises up along the spine, inside the spinal cord, and passes through all the chakras. Or energy centers in our subtle system before opening the Sahasrara, that's the last center at the top of our heads. This is how one achieves yoga or union with the source of all. So the Kundalini energy, which means coiled energy, is our individual mother. As I said, she rests in the sacrum bone, just waiting for the right opportunity to awaken at the right time by a realized being. Once she is awakened, she purifies, cleanses, and nourishes the human body as a mother would bathe her infant child. She manifests compassion that soothes and nurtures us. This mothering energy is known by many different names in different countries or different parts of the world. So the Hindus call this energy the Kundalini Shakti, whilst the Greeks refer to it as the energy as Puma. Islam speaks of the Ruh. Jesus Christ calls it the Holy Spirit. In the Jewish mysticism, it's called as Sikana. And long time before that, the Sumerians worshipped the mother goddess Inanna, which gave spiritual birth and the sacred breath. Several thousand years ago, it was known as Chaitanya in India. And then, of course, the self, which translates as the divine vibrations in Sahaja Yoga. So the energy channels are these lines that you see running along the body here. You have the left channel, the blue one, the right channel, it's the yellow, and then the center channel. So let's just give you a brief idea of what the left channel is about. So medically we'll call it the left sympathetic nervous system. It's the moon channel. It's our entire left side. The qualities of this channel is emotions, desires, and our existence. It's also connected to our emotions, our past, our conditionings, our false beliefs. So every time you are feeling sad or fearful, or anxious or nervous, then we would say that you are left-sided, meaning you are operating from the left channel. And that's not the place to be in. In order to reach your union, we should actually be in the center, not in the left. And then, of course, we have the right channel, medically known as the right sympathetic nervous system. And this channel is connected to the sun. And it's the whole right hand side, the whole right side. The qualities of this energy channel is physical, mental activities. And also it's all our thinking and planning and rushing around and so where we say we're experiencing stress, it's actually from the side. So this also is not the right space to be in. Ideally, we should be in the central channel. The central channel is the present moment, right now, here, in this moment in time. It's also, and as you can see, the center channel starts at the base of the spine and rises up out the top of the head, whilst the left channel starts at the first chakra at the base of the spine, travels up the left side of the body, crosses over at our third eye, and then to the right side of the brain, and then out. And whilst the right channel starts at the second chakra and goes all the way up our right path, right side, crosses over the third eye to the left side of the brain, and then out. Both these channels, is not the ideal place. If you want to go deep in meditation, if you want to ascend, we have to be in the center channel, and this is where we'll have peace and union with the divine. So now we move on to the chakras. As I said, this is just a brief overview. We do explain it more in detail in the course. So the chakras, we have 7 energy centers that we talk about in the beginner classes. So as you can see, they start at the base of the spine, and then one just below the navel, then on the navel, the center of the heart, and then the throat area, the third eye, and then the top of the head. So what is a chakra? Chakra is, they rotate in like a clockwise direction in its own frequency and in their respective places in the body, just as the planet Earth spins around its own axis. They manifest themselves in the grass outside the spinal cord as plexus and controls the organs of the human body, as well as the neuroendocrine system of the corresponding region in the physical body. So at each moment, the chakras are so important, very, very, because at each moment they receive and emit vibrations. So the knowledge of what they attract and what disturbs them is absolutely important for our well-being. And this is what you would learn in the class, the beginner classes. So every thought and every action influences the sensitivity and performance of these centers. When the chakras are not under any strain or not exhausted of their energies, they can easily be pierced directly in their centers by the Kundalini. The sensitivity of the chakras become dull after the first few shocks. So every time, this is important because, through life, the stresses and strains, and we go through so much of bumps and anxiety and how can I say, it's a heavy life. So each time we go through this, we don't realize, but we are affecting our chakras, and then this has a huge effect on our being and the way we manage in life and what we give off, how we behave, how we speak, how we act. All of those things come down to the chakras and the nadis. So it's very important that we cleanse these chakras and we balance our energy channels so that we can be in a balanced state. So like I said, therefore it's vital that we cleanse them daily in order to live a good and wholesome life. We will explain more once you've joined our classes. So that was just an overview of the subtle system. I will now hand you over to Jillian, who will talk to us about self-realization.
So hello, my name's Jillian and I live in Kenya. So this part of today's session is where everyone can take the opportunity to actually experience self-realization and meditation, to feel what it is we've been talking about. And I can actually imagine you're quite wanting to try. So I won't speak too long. Now, you've heard a little bit about the subtle system in everyone and this subtle energy, Kundalini, which flows or rises through the center channel. And when Kundalini reaches the top of the head, that's the 7th center on the diagram, which you see like a flower or a lotus, our thoughts subside and we experience, or we can experience, a state of mental silence or thoughtless awareness. And this is where meditation begins. This is the point of self-realization. Now, in the past, self-realization was difficult to achieve. Maybe it took a lifetime, and not even then would one achieve. And now, actually, Sahaja means effortless. Effortlessly, we can experience self-realization. This is Shri Mataji's legacy or gift to humanity, that en masse self-realization is a possibility, that thousands of people everywhere can experience this depth and this self-realization. So we don't need the strenuous and arduous efforts, and we don't need to sit in the Himalayas or to go into a cave. We can find this in our everyday life. We don't need any previous experience or knowledge. And this spontaneous awakening is, as today you will receive self-realization, you can pass it on to others. Like a candle can enlighten other candles. With many, many candles, there's much more light. You don't need a diploma. You don't need to pay thousands of pounds for 10 levels of a course. You can just experience. So now we can sit comfortably. We're going to, in a moment, see a video of Shri Mataji. And this is from a public program where Shri Mataji explains or shows how to awaken Kundalini, as she did in so many public programs across the world. So sit comfortably, whether you're on the floor or on a chair, and sit with your back straight as far as it's possible. If you're on a chair, put your feet both on the ground, and actually, however you're sitting, it's good to remove your shoes, take your shoes off. And just so we can follow more easily the video, no, I thought that there would be a picture here of the subtle system, but bear in mind that the energy centers, there are 7 going up. Yes, here we go. So we will sit comfortably and put the left hand on our lap. And we will put the left hand with palm upwards, just resting nice and comfortably. And the right hand, we are going to place on some of these energy centers on the left side. And it's easy to remember because we'll start off and you'll be guided by Shri Mataji with the right hand on our heart. So of course the heart is on the left. And then you'll be guided or directed to put your right hand on the level of the stomach, which is the green area that you see in the diagram, where the ribs are, on the solar plexus. And then move down to the center, which is terms number 2. That's at the level of the hip. And after that, we will move back up the subtle system with our right hand on the left-hand side of the body, and go back up to the solar plexus area, to the heart, to the neck, where the crook of the neck, where the shoulder and the neck meet. Then we'll place the right hand on the forehead. After that, on the back of the head at the base of the skull. And finally, on top of the head and on the 7th center. So just relax, just follow the video without thinking. And we will now use this video and experience.
Keep your eyes closed. First of all, please put your right hand on your heart. All the time the left hand is towards me. Now, here you have to say, in your heart, with all sincerity, Mother, am I the spirit? Ask the question 3 times in your heart. This is a very fundamental question. Now bring the right hand on to the left hand side of your stomach, in the upper part. Here press it. Now this is the center of your mastery, your guidance, your Guru Tattva as they say. So ask a question, Mother, am I my own master? This is a question to be asked 3 times. Mother, am I my own master? Now, bring your right hand down below, in the lower part of the abdomen. Now, this is the center from which all the divine work is done. All the pure work is done. So to ask 6 times, because this center has got 6 petals. Mother, please give me pure knowledge. 6 times you just ask. As a result of this asking, the Kundalini starts getting awakened. Now to help the Kundalini to rise, you have to cooperate with her. So please put your right hand on the left hand side in the upper part of your abdomen and press it on the stomach. Now here you have to say with full confidence, to help the Kundalini to rise, Mother, I am my own master. This you have to say 10 times. These are the 10 commandments which you have to say. That, Mother, I am my own master. Now, 10 times with full confidence. Now please raise your right hand to your heart. Now, here you have to say, again with full confidence, Mother, I am the Spirit. This is the truth. You are the Spirit. But you have to say with full confidence, Mother, I am the Spirit. This you have to say 12 times. Now one has to know that God Almighty is the ocean of love. But above all, He is the ocean of forgiveness. So He forgives. Whatever wrong you do, He forgives. So don't feel guilty and put your right hand across on the left hand side in the corner which is made by your neck and your shoulder. Now here you have to say again with full confidence 16 times, Mother, I am not guilty. Please say it. Mother, I am not guilty. 16 times. I am not guilty at all. Please say it. Please say it. Very hot. Now raise your hand across on your forehead. And it's a very important center. Here you have to say from your heart, Mother, I forgive everyone. Please say it from your heart. How many times is not the point. Mother, I forgive everyone. Now some would say that it's very difficult to forgive. But it's a myth that we do not forgive or we forgive. We do not do anything in both the cases. But if we don't forgive, then we play into wrong hands. So please say from your heart, Mother, I forgive everyone. Now please take your hand on the back agya, the same center, on the back side of your head and allow your head to rest on it and push it back a little bit. Now here, you have to say, for your satisfaction, because you always feel guilty, that, O Divine, if I have done anything wrong, please forgive me. Please forgive me. From your heart. Stretch your hand fully and put your center of your palm on top of the fontanelle bone area, which was a very soft bone in your childhood. Press it hard. Press hard your scalp. Now you have to move it 7 times, saying one thing, which you have to ask for. Mother, please give us my self-realization. Because I cannot force on you. So you have to ask for it. 7 times, press it hard and move it 7 times. Very hard. Slowly. Saying that.
Let us stay for some moments in this meditative state, in silence. We can keep our eyes closed. Just be aware, without thinking, how we are feeling. if there are thoughts coming or if there's silence. Perhaps you felt some flow of energy, warm or cold on your hands. Just reflect on what we feel. You can even put your right hand just above the head, just above the seventh center, and see if there's some coolness or maybe warm flow coming from the top of the head. Then try with the other hand. And now we will continue in meditation, and Mira is going to lead us in a short guided meditation.
Hello, everyone. Please keep both your hands on your knees, open, in the same meditative state, with your eyes closed. Here we will start cleansing our subtle system, our 3 channels. So we start with the left channel. The left channel is the channel that provides us with energy for all that is emotional. And at the end of that left channel, there is this area that we call the superego, with all the stored memories inside of it related to our past. So here, please keep your left hand open on the lap and the right hand on the floor, if you're sitting on the floor, or if you're sitting on a chair, please keep the hand toward. And here we are in conversation with our own energy, our own motherly energy within us, which nourishes us and cleanses our chakras. So here we ask this motherly energy, please remove all the unwanted memories of my past. Please remove all my over-emotional nature, all my past suffering, all my lethargy, all my fear and insecurity. Please take all these unwanted emotions into the Mother Earth. While you're doing this exercise, please try not to think. Whenever there is a thought that comes into your mind, please tell it, not now, not this thought. Now, let's switch to the right side. Please bring your right hand on the lap, and the left hand up facing the sky. The right channel is the channel that enables us to think and to be active. So when we overuse the right channel, we overthink and we overdo things. This channel gets really tired. So here we keep the right hand on the lap and the left hand up towards the sky, so that your fingers point towards the sky. I close my eyes again. And here I surrender all my overthinking and overactions, all my anxiety and worries about the future. Just with your desire, you can ask for that all the all my self-importance. Please, Mother Kundalini, dissolve all these things into the ether element. Again, here, try not to think. Keep your attention on the right palm that is open. Now, let's place the hands, both hands, towards the Mother Earth. If you're sitting on a chair, so please let your hands go to your sides to point towards the floor. We can do this exercise as well anytime. And here you let the earth absorb any negativities within your subtle system. This is a perfect way to balance yourself by sitting on the floor or on the grass and putting both hands on the earth. The earth has capacity to absorb many things and to renew our energy. Now let's bring both hands on the lap. With both hands Back on the lap, we put attention on the center channel, which represents the present. So the present moment is the middle path and is the channel where we connect with the cosmic conscious. So here, both hands on the lap and eyes closed. Just try to feel, to see what you're feeling on your hands. Are you feeling something different? Now let's take the right hand and try to lift your energy from below to up 3 times. If you're gonna do this movement, it's okay. Just with your own attention, just bring your attention up on the top of your head. Keep your attention up. With the right hand, bring your hand up. Now with both hands still on the lap, let's stay a few minutes in meditation without thinking. Enjoy these few minutes of meditation and try to be thoughtless. Now, gently, we open our eyes and I thank you so much for tuning in. I leave you with Kay from South Africa.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm sure you're enjoying this program this far, and I'm more than certain you've been absolutely thrilled about the self-realization that was given to you by our Holy Mother, Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi. Okay. One or two things I need to just do an overall overview. Lawrence talked about Sahaja Yoga, and Shri Mataji gave a beautiful talk about Shri Mataji and all happenings and struggles and a fighting spirit and a family. And then Kasturi rounded up with the subtle system, talking about Mother Kundalini, the channels, the chakras, and thereafter we had a guided meditation by Shri, beautifully done. Okay, then Lawrence went on to give us the benefits of Sahaja Yoga, all the benefits that he outlined are a reality. And we as Sahaja Yogis know that that is the truth. The most important part of this whole program was your self-realization. Please understand that while there must have been a lot of information that was transmitted, all this is going to be replayed to you in those beginner classes, which Micah is going to expand on shortly. But the most important part of this is the self-realization. What is self-realization? Self-realization is the ultimate, it is the awakening of the Kundalini. And when the Kundalini awakens, it moves through the central nervous system and actualizes at the last part of your fontanel bone area or your sahasrara. That is the time you get absolute freedom. And in the Sanskrit term, it's called the moksha, the freedom to worship with the union with the divine. This is the connection that Shri Mataji talks about. And I'm going to give you a quote. And I'm going to open this quote with, "You cannot know the meaning of your life until you are connected to the power that created you." Pause for a minute or two on that significant and profound statement. That is what she's given you this afternoon. She's given you your realization, your freedom to worship the way you want to worship, the way you feel that you must worship. So that's the most important part of this journey. You're going to embark on a journey that's going to be absolutely towards your spiritual ascent. In these beginner classes, you will be given in-depth knowledge about your subtle system and how to become your own guru and master. The ultimate aim of this whole exercise is to make you your own guru and master. You don't have to rely on anybody's advice. It's your body. You need to understand that. And that is when you become your own guru and master. This will be about a 10-week course, which will be very enlightening. And most of you, I'm sure, after today, will be joining in that program. Apart from that, I'm just going to touch on how to do this meditation in your own little domain. Meditation is very simple. All you need to do is to keep your concentration level at the limbic area, which is the Sahasrara. Once you're there, you are in meditation. The common terms that were used this afternoon are like Kundalini, which will be the way of life, chakras, subtle system, and most importantly, Shri Mataji talks about meditation. We need to meditate on a daily basis without fail. And it's a simple process. All it needs about 10 minutes of your time. Okay. But as an extension, before you meditate, I'm going to lead you on to something which is called the foot soaking. Okay. This is a therapy that will actually bring peace and calmness to you. And it's an amazing, amazing treatment because it energizes you and actually removes all these adverse energy that is within your system. How do you go about doing it? It's a very simple exercise. All you need is a bowl, a basin, preferably, or some will call it a tub, where your feet can actually fit in, so that all you need to do is to put some water in it. Lukewarm water is fine for the time being, right, till your vibratory awareness becomes more stronger. And when it gets stronger, then you will decide what type of water to use. Okay, so you'll gather some water. You'll have some salt, preferably coarse salt. Okay, coarse, the salt itself is a very purifying mechanism. It actually purifies your entire subtle system, your energy system. And that is the time you start to feel this beautiful vibration permeating through your central nervous system and actualizing on the top, and thereby emitting a very cool, divine breeze that's coming through, indicating to you that you are in balance and harmony with the central nervous system itself. Okay, so we got a basin, we got water, lukewarm water, we got the salt, we put it in, and then, of course, most importantly, you need a jug of clean water besides you, just next to you, and preferably a towel. Okay, so what you do is you merge your feet into the basin of water, of course, having put the salt into it. Okay, then while you're sitting there in that foot soak, all you do is you can even balance your channel, your right and left channel. Okay, you will put to balance your left channel, as was indicated earlier, you put your palm onto the ground and your right palm onto the ground and your left palm opened, and that actually cleanses and purifies your left channel. Then in order to do the cleansing of the right channel, all you do is you put your right palm towards right palm out and your left palm facing towards the ether. And as was said, the ether cleanses and purifies the right channel. So what you're doing really is you're giving it a double boost. The salt is purifying, the water is cleansing, and you're also, with this balancing, you are balancing your channel and you're coming into the central nervous system itself. That's the time you will feel the actual vibration, you'll feel it in your palm. Or you'll feel, if you put your hands right on top of the Fontainebleau area, you'll feel that cool breeze coming through there, indicating to you that you are in balance and harmony with the central nervous system itself. So when the salt dissolves, right, the coarse salt dissolves, all you do is you lift one of your feet, pour the water, clean water onto that feet, put it onto the towel, and if you did it on the left foot, then you turn your right foot, you put the clean water onto the right foot, put it on the towel, and you wipe your feet, take the water and put it into the toilet, and nowhere else. Okay, this water now has been actually charged. Okay, with whatever energy you had, it's all in there. All right, even if it's an adverse energy, it's gone into the water itself, and you pour it into the toilet. Right, you wash your hands, you come back, and now you sit in meditation. Very simple. Okay, all you do is you keep your palms, as was indicated, keep your palms open, and keep your attention. Attention is the most important thing in Sahaja Yoga. Always, you will be, even in the beginner classes, you will be talked about attention. Keep your attention focused onto the sasara, which is the last part. When you do that, you'll find automatically that you can feel these vibrations coming through very, very strongly. Now, as I indicated to you earlier, as your vibratory vibrations improve as you go on, you will be able to decode your entire subtle system. You'll be amazed. And that's what you're going to be learning in those beginner classes, how to decode. Right. We have a simple problem, maybe in the throat area, the left of the throat area. Okay, it will be decoded as your left finger, pointer finger. That's the problem, where it is going to be about your guilt. When you are guilty all the time, you're going to have a problem on the left side of your cervical plexus. Okay, then if you are the person that was very aggressive and use inauspicious words, then the right side catches, and the right pointer finger will be the one that's going to give you a problem. And if it's the center of the throat, then you are the person that is not as collective as one should be. But all this is going to be explained to you thoroughly in those beginner classes. And when you finish those 10-week course, you will find that you have gained so much of spiritual knowledge, which was never, ever taught by any religious or spiritual organization. As was said, that when that program was done in London, this gentleman said that this knowledge was suppressed for so long. And with the advent of Shri Mataji, she gave us that freedom, that total freedom to worship the divine at your leisure and with the utmost respect. Also about the foot soaking, if you guys have the luxury of the sea near you, it'll be absolutely beautiful to dip your feet into the water. That's also very therapeutic, and it's very, very beautiful. How often do you do meditation? Meditation should be done first thing in the morning, 10 minutes, just spend about 10 minutes, and 10 minutes in the afternoon. Okay. Initially, I must confess that it may be difficult containing your ego and superego, where the thoughts are bombarding you from the left side to the right side. But with Mother Kundalini, you will find that the more you nurture this Mother Kundalini, the more you feel this connection to this divine, and the more you start to feel this vibrations that we're talking about within your subtle system itself, and with, of course, the fingers. Okay, so that part, in the evening, you will meditate with the foot soaking, of course. The foot soaking is done in the evening before your meditation, and the ultimate is your meditation, right? Just spend about 10 minutes, not more than that for the time being. You know? As I said, somebody said, let go of those thoughts. And another beautiful way to do it is when you forgive, when those thoughts are bombarding you, you just say, I forgive, I forgive, I forgive. When that happens, automatically you go into meditation. That's the ultimate of Sahaja Yoga. When you go into meditations, there are so much of beautiful permutations that's waiting for you. Your spiritual knowledge starts to extend, and you feel this peace and comfort within you. That's my intake. And now for the Q&A, I'm going to hand you over to Micah. Micah has been in Sahaja Yoga for over 40 years now. She was very much involved in Sahaja Yoga from the inception in South Africa. She's very dedicated. She's been traveling throughout the world. She's met personally with Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi, and she knows and how important a personality Shri Mataji is. I'm going to hand you over to her, and I think she's going to just touch on a few little things about the beginner classes that is going to be an ongoing thing for the next 10 weeks, and thereafter we will conclude. Okay, Micah, I hand over to you.
Thank you, Kay. Thanks a lot. Hello, everyone. My name is Micah, and I live in Cape Town, South Africa. Excuse me. It's indeed an honor for all of us to be part of this online realization program from the tip of Africa to the north of Africa. Such a great blessing. So we've heard a lot of information, and it might in the beginning be a bit overwhelming, but I would recommend for people who are interested in the online course to join for 10 weeks. The courses are free of charge, and during these courses we learn a lot about our subtle body, our spiritual body, and how it affects our lives. So I can only recommend, please join. And to join our 10-week online courses, you need to visit the www.letsmeditate.online link. And when you are on the new page, you will find a link at the bottom to register. So this will be a means of getting onto the online meditation course. So if you have any questions which you would like to ask, put forward to me with the experience of self-realization or the follow-up program, please, you are welcome to ask any questions. And what I perhaps would maybe ask the presenters, if they would like to, just give a little bit of their personal experience on Sahaja Yoga, if they wish. Kay has mentioned that it's always good to meditate, or it is good to meditate first thing in the morning and at night before one goes to bed. The sleep is really deep when you meditate and foot soak at that time. So for myself, I can just say that when I first had my realization way back in 1989, I was quite overwhelmed with all the knowledge. But what I did, and my thoughts were racing all over the show initially. But what I did, I just focused on the palms of my hands and the top of my head and waited for the cool breeze to start flowing. And that's when I found the inner peace started settling, I should say. What also helped me in the beginning was to use or to work with the elements, the ether, the ocean, the salt water foot soaks, sitting on the Mother Earth. I found that this was really beneficial for myself at that initial time. And as one grows in Sahaja Yoga, you will begin to realize how the chakras, or you will understand your chakra system, which controls every aspect of your life, how important it is to keep the chakra system in the good, to keep them clean or in a good orderly state, because these are our roots which control everything, our mental, our emotional, our physical, and our spiritual bodies. And if our chakra system, our subtle system is perfect, there's no reason to be ill or have any problems in our lives. I can say that just for myself. And if there are any questions, you're welcome to ask. I see that Sister Kasturi has put the contact list or the contact details of all the people, all the yogis that are available in various African countries online. So if you would like to make a screenshot of that, you're very welcome to contact anybody on these numbers, or you are welcome also to contact us on the email link that is shown on that chart. So if there are no questions, I would like to thank everybody for taking the time to join our program. And we look forward to seeing you on the 10-week online meditation course. Have a blessed day, everybody.
Thank you, dear Micah, and thank you all the participants of today's event. On that note, if you would like to attend a physical class in your country, you're most welcome to also contact us, and we will forward you the relevant contact numbers. So we will leave you now with the last screen of contact details. You can take a screenshot as Mike had said, and we'll conclude thereafter. Thank you very much from the team. Yeah, good day to you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.